Happy Halloween.
Woo!
As you can tell, we're all in costume. So, do people want to say what their costumes are for those who are uninitiated, or do we not care?
Sure.
Sure.
Let's go along the layout. I'll do mine first, I guess. I'm dressed as my dog today. As you can tell, I'm wearing the same shirt.
You definitely have the wrong layout up, by the way.
Well, it's because everything got switched whenever we moved to the Discord room
No, I
chat
mean,
instead of
under my
actually the
name.
whole stuff.
Oh shit.
Oh, Griz.
Yeah.
Who's with it?
That was
Griz.
that was incorrect information. Damn it.
Are you cheating on us with a different group, Griz? What the fuck?
Where I don't know where the correct one is anymore.
Oh, Griz.
It's just gone.
Anyway, we'll go through anyway. It's
Oh, wait, hold on.
Everything's fun. It's fine.
No, that's the right one. Okay, I found it. All right.
So, yeah, that's my costume. Who's next on the layout? It's Griz, right? Griz,
If you
why don't
didn't
go
say
ahead and
anything, nobody would know. You could have just said something. Message me.
I definitely wouldn't have known because I can't see.
I don't even look at us when we're playing. I don't even look at the chat.
Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to get the cameras right because we were using a new method, so I was fixing everybody. Okay.
True.
I am Grizlocke. I play Rokunoka / Wade, and today I'm dressed as D-Day from Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Fucking nerd.
I don't have
playing-
many options.
No,
We're playing D&D. We're all nerds. Like,
Yeah,
it's just that simple.
It's a term of endearment, you fucking nerd.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I believe next on the layout is Dyto from memory, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been playing the greatest half orc, since the beginning, but I'm dressed as Black Canary tonight.
You're not going to give a nerd comment to that, Felis?
No,
Okay,
No.
fair enough.
I like Dyto.
Aw. I like you too.
I think next is Esprit, right? Who is not on camera, so you don't have to say anything.
I'm just a dragon eye. I'm just a singular dragon eye. That's fucking.
That's
Yeah.
not an image. That's a costume.
You.
I'm just that fucking good.
Yeah.
And then I think it's a U shape, so we'll go Chem next. Chem.
Yeah. I don't know what we were saying.
What your costume is?
Oh, generic cat girl, because my other costume didn't work out, so this is my last minute change.
Fair enough.
Which looks fabulous.
Lazy down to
As
rest.
always.
Lazy down to rest. It's me. I own a cloak. So there we go.
You're a cloak. Got it.
I am wearing a cloak. It's actually kind of warm, and I love it. I might actually just wear this thing around. It's very comfortable.
In particular, Griz and Dyto put in a lot of effort for this costume.
I
and the
have
rest of
one
us were like,
costume, and I
"Eh."
wore it for the Bards Out of Hell, so this is half of it. You can see the other half up here.
Costume. I thought we were going to war.
Anyway,
Right? I mean, I came ready to fight.
With your present.
So regular announcements, as always. Join Discord, follow us on Twitch and YouTube and Twitter, etc. Links to those are in the
And
Twitch chat
Instagram.
whenever. And
Oh, true.
Instagram to see Griz's beautiful face on the stories from time to time. Griz, your announcements.
Same as always. Check out Theros. We still don't know if it's going to air this week or next week. Just due to last week, there was that scheduling issue, and we're still trying to figure that out. We'll let you know ASAP. Also, check out Friday, Fandelver. We have an event happening that will make you cry.
That
So,
was a nice event.
that's
That
it.
was pleasant. Awesome.
Spoilers.
Dyto, you got an announcement.
Subscribe to the YouTube because tomorrow is our special Bard Out of Hell one-shot. It's going to be fun. We've got me DMing. Who else is in there? Felis, Equa made an appearance. Griz
did.
was there. We had Tommy and Nissa.
Yeah.
I didn't forget anybody this time, right?
You
I
did
don't think
not.
so.
Yeah, you didn't forget me.
But it was
Best friend.
fun and very punny. Lots of puns.
I don't remember if was Felis there. No, he wasn't there, was he?
I will take your dog from you and raise him.
I don't remember him being there. Oh well, must not have been there.
What dog? All I see is Equa in a terrible dog costume.
He has a dog, not that dog, a different dog.
Griz. I spent
And his
hours on
cats.
this
I'm taking your
costume.
cats too.
Oh, my wife will kill you.
Well, then I'll
Don't even tempt that. She'll
will.
come to Canada and she'll...
I'm pretty sure I could take your wife. I'm just saying.
Listen,
I'm mean.
you don't know.
Yeah,
No.
you don't know.
I
man.
don't think you can.
Have you seen anime? The wives are always the meanest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're
the only ones
if
who can
anything's
knock out
ever
the hero.
been more true to life, it's anime. So
That's
Exactly.
Well, you all spent your time making fun of me. I spent studying the blade.
you can't.
Joke's on you. I didn't even have to study.
Fuck.
All right. Well, anyway. Okay, let's just jump into the game. Why not? Shit.
Do this.
Okay. So.
Oh my gosh, I
previously-
didn't realize how white I was compared to all of this black.
I have the same issue. Don't worry. Oh yeah, my tattoo. Everyone look at my tattoo.
I think Griz is posting on the Instagram right now.
yes.
Is he? Oh, I should get Instagram.
Exclamation mark Instagram in the chat to go see what he just posted.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck it. I'm so distracted tonight because
Sorry.
whatever.
We're excited.
So previously on Emoris, the Silvered Goats had lost their fight against the Great Ghost Gator. You had licked your wounds and returned to Keijo after recruiting the aid of your new friend Rokonoka. And in doing so, you sort of split and drifted apart to seek new ways to rescue Wade with the help of the villagers, or by setting your sights on making a deal with the Gator herself, or by intimidating Wade's rival and then eating him. But nevertheless, you set your sights ahead to the upcoming Gator Hunting Festival, where you thought that the creature might show herself again. In this time, free Rokonoka, Isabel, and Shani all traveled into the swamp in slight confrontation before choosing to head back to Keijo to meet back up with Thyra and Alekian, and along the way had a quick, somewhat scary encounter with the Gator as she was entranced with one of the hunters that you had met only minutes before seeing him crumble. But in the meantime, Thyra and Alekian had set off to go and recruit the aid of Councilman Duel. And on the way, while crossing the Gain Manor, you were interrupted by Mr. Gain himself, who offered to talk and led you down into a sort of private chamber where you could talk without the prying eyes that you are so accustomed to now watching you. And that's where we left off, trying to make it a little bit shorter on the intros. So, as we zone back in on Thyra and Alekian, you are led downstairs in the very ostentatious and show-offy house of the Gain Manor, and you are led into a large subterranean chamber that is very dimly lit by small sconces on the walls. You see plastered on the walls on sort of like these almost like shield-like designs, the mantled heads of a variety of creatures, some of which you recognize, some that you don't recognize, and they are all like surrounding this central large circular table with this deep crimson lining. You see rustic stools that sit around the sides of the table, and drinks that are already poured and waiting for you. The temperature itself is a little bit lower down here, but still comfortable. And you watch as Gain starts walking around the side of the table to sit down on the only high-backed chair on the opposite side, in between the table and the wall. And as his guards flank you behind and just stand gently by the exit, what would the two of you like to do?
What does the room look like other than the animal heads?
So it's a sort of low-hanging stone room. As you look around, you see that there really isn't any exposure to the outside world. There isn't even like dirt coming in through the walls that you see, probably for a reason. It's maybe 20 feet wide, 40 feet long, and this big table is basically just sitting in it. You see these like oak beams that help support the ceiling. It's cozy enough, and it's private, which is the point of it.
Does the stone seem to be like crumbly at all in any places?
Make a perception check.
Oh, that's a natural 19 for 26.
Yeah, looking around, you get the sense that this room has not been here for that long. This is maybe 10, 15 years old. The stone itself is pretty well kept. It's almost like a cobblestone fence that is just from the bottom of the floor to the top of the ceiling, and it's just paved there. You get the sense that this is as secure as could be. Nothing's getting in here.
Okay. And basically, the stairs lead directly into the opening in this room, right?
Yep. And the stairs are just behind you now as you walk in.
Okay. I'm gonna go stand on one side or the other of one of the guards.
Okay.
Fuck! Yawn. I guess probably the one to the right. I'll go stand there, lean up against the wall, cross my arms, look down my nose towards Duel, and just be like...
Gaines,
not Duel. Yeah, Gaines. Just be like, this is a rather nice panic room you got here.
Yeah, you watch as like I can't show it because I'm not on camera. You watch as like a sly, slight crack appears in his mouth as he like gently smiles over to you and just gives you a nod. Thank you. I try my hardest. Please, you can sit down if you want. I've taken the liberty of giving you some of my wine.
With all due respect, I'd rather us just get down to business. What is it that you're wanting from us?
Fair enough. I would assume you already know what I'm looking for, seeing as you took something of immense value to me, and I'm willing to trade you for it.
Just so we're on the same page, what might this be?
Thyra, what are you doing in this time?
I'm standing in front of the guards, like right outside the door, like right inside the door.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, you watch as his head just turns to you, Lakian. I would like the girl back, if you'd be so kind.
Oh, you mean the slave that you purchased from a slave trader?
Well, something like that. I mean, I think you'd appreciate the context of this, but we'll get to that. I would like you to assure me that she's safe.
She is.
She's very safe. That I can assure you.
Make a persuasion check.
Guide your
19.
19? Okay, sure. He sort of nods. I appreciate that. Well, yes, I would like her back, and I would like for you to not bother her again. And in return, I will allow you access to Councilman Duel, who is, at the moment, waiting to leave back to Gazari, where he is needed. And I will also assist you in information about your little, problem.
How about this? You let us go to speak with the councilman, who you seem to be on fairly reasonable terms with, and you can keep that friendship and then you give us the information that you have on, I'm assuming, the Ghost Gator, and I will pass along my good impression of you to the councilman, despite the fact that you have known interactions with slave traders and that he has been made aware of this fact already.
There's an interesting proposition that you got there.
It seems you take great pride in your friends in high places. It would be very much a shame if you were to lose one of them over something so petty as human trafficking.
Oh, I'm sure it would, but the girl's more important to me, so I'm gonna have to refuse your offer. And on top of that, I am in control of whether you talk to Duel or not, so you're not really in the best position to be bartering.
How important is she to you?
Or just he gently like cocks his head towards you. Very.
Well, I hear there's a magic around her neck that only you can get rid of.
Trust me, that's for her own protection.
Inside
Well, as long
check.
as that
Make an
same.
insight check.
That's pretty good.
Oh, not mine.
That's a dirty 20.
That's an 8.
Yeah, he's hard to read for you, Thyra. You're not sure. You get the sense of Lakian, as he is speaking to you, you've seen him in a conversational light when he was out and about in the party. There seems to be a little bit more earnest in his voice right now. He's not putting on a show as much.
Okay. Okay, Thyra, go ahead. Continue with what you're going to do.
And, what is this, for her own good, that she is a slave? To you?
Oh, you think that she was better off when I didn't have her, did you?
I think she's better off where she is now than where she was with you.
I would say that's a matter of perception. I mean, wouldn't you like it if you were in a big manor, getting waited on 24/7?
Not really.
Locked in her room because she made a mistake. How about this?
Temporarily.
How about this? You give me and my companion here a very earnest promise that if she were to come back, that she would be able to come and go as she pleases and be her own person, then we will talk to her about considering coming back.
I would like my question answered first.
And what's that?
What makes her more protected as a slave with the thing around her neck?
Make a persuasion check for me, Thyra.
Should have just stood as a stud. Wait, what am I making?
Persuasion.
Natural 20. 21.
That changes things. Okay. Sure. Yeah, you watch as
Thank you, Kitty King Dice.
he sort of sits himself up a little bit and adjusts his suit, sort of straightens the tie a little bit. He's a little bit uncomfortable now in this space. And you watch as he says, "Look, I'll tell you the history that I have with this girl. And I
I'm
would like
listening.
for you to keep an open mind as you don't know the story. And his eyes flash over to you, Alakian.
I'm still just standing there, leaning against the wall with my arms crossed, staring at him.
And I will do this as an act of good faith. And in return, I expect you to reconsider my offer to return her to me in exchange for me letting you see duel. Okay?
I guess that depends on what you have to say.
All we can promise is consideration.
Fair enough. And he sort of lies back down again and takes a big swig from the wine glass until it empties and just pops it back on the table. And you see one of the servers just run up and pour up again with one of his wine bottles. He says, "My journey began many years ago when my father died and inherited to me this wine business. Now, at the time, it was nothing more than a startup. He had been working hard his entire life, but the ground here was not fertile enough to create the type of flavor that would take the continent by storm, as it now does. And when I began running the winery myself, we fell on hard times. Not because I'm not a great businessman, but there are things out of your control, as I'm sure you know. So I talked around to a number of people, and I found that there may be a solution to my problems. A woman who may be able to give me what I wanted in exchange for something of my own. So I went out to seek her, and I found her, and we made a deal. She would imbue my grapes with beautiful taste and bountiful harvest forever in exchange for something of mine. I assume you know what this is, right? Both of you make an intelligence check for me.
I mean, I was
Yeah,
just
let's
gonna
have the
guess.
barbarian make an intelligence check.
And
I was
if
just
you
gonna guess
think you
anyway.
know already, then you can say it, but just in case you don't.
Your fiance that you used to have, and my intelligence check, regardless, is an 18.
Mine's a 15.
Okay. Thyra, and also Lakin, I suppose. As you look towards him, he's telling you this, and there is still seated inside of you that sort of deep, unnatural loathing that you have towards this guy. You thought it was because of Shani and because he's a sleazy businessman, but as he's saying it, you're now starting to realize. He says, "No, it wasn't my fiance at all. She ensured that my business would thrive in exchange for every single person that I ever met would loathe me and I would never feel love again." And you watch in his face there is a slight tenseness as he's saying this. "And I was accepting of this. It was my deal. Until I met someone. My Hesha. She was blind to the magic. She could see through it. I don't know how. I don't know why. But the deal started to break when she was around. And we fell for each other. Life was good for a while. And then one day, the woman heard that I was happier and she decided to do something about it. Did Wade ever tell you about the gator attack on my farm, why I hired him?
He didn't, but we've heard whisperings around town.
He said a little bit.
We said to him the attack was for maybe livestock. No one seriously got injured. Some of the damage to the orchard, but nothing else. It's not true. It was a targeted attack on my woman, and she didn't make it out. And it was at that point that I met your friend, and I hired him to go and kill the gator. And he failed. And she came back and she said to me that if I ever tried anything like that again, that she would kill me herself. And I believed her. So time went on, and business was booming. And I was out on an excursion to Lapland, and I saw this woman out in some slave ring, and she looked just like my Hesha. And I found that I owed it to myself to not let her be suffering. Maybe it could find some way of redeeming myself. I don't know. So I took her out of there, and I brought her home, and I vowed that no harm would ever come to her ever again. And I hadn't touched her not one time. But this deal still pursued, and even she had that same loathing towards me. And all she wanted to do was escape. And she did.
Why she did.
And the reason that I am willing to let you talk to Do is because if you kill the hag, then maybe this deal goes away and maybe I'll get my other chance.
But what about your wine empire that you have spent so long establishing? You'll probably lose that too.
Is she worth it to you?
For many years. Some point, you want to retire, live life in peace. I would like to do that with friends. So yes, it would be.
Insight check.
Make an insight check.
I'm gonna do the same. No, mine's only a
19. 19.
What'd you get, Thyra?
16.
Okay. You both get the sense he's really putting himself out here right now. He's not comfortable saying any of this. You don't sense any deceit in this. It's just emotion.
Okay.
I don't know about my friend over here. I don't like you. Maybe it's the magic. Who knows? Could just be the color of your horns. But we could, I think, consider if that is what Shawnee wants. But there are going to be conditions. And the ghost gator will have to die first. Before we even consider even giving her the choice if she wants to come back or not.
What are these conditions?
Well,
You let
firstly,
us see duel.
and what
We
I
kill
asked
the gator.
as well for her. Because one thing that I noticed that was lacking from your story is where that collar is for her protection.
That collar allows me to locate her should she ever run away. The world is a very dangerous place. I think we know that. And I don't want her running into the swamp and getting eaten again.
How's that trying to find her working for you?
You know, I've been allowing you to keep her. I could have located her on the day that you took her. But this event has given me a moment of reflection. I am willing to work with you, but don't test my patience.
I'm going to look over to Thyra. Just going to hold up one finger, just kind of looking at her and just be like, just kind of give her a look of, hang on. I'm going to walk out to the table, put both my hands down on it, the side closest to where I'm standing. Put both my hands down on it, lean forward. Look directly into his eyes, as like from where I'm at. Just be like, see, I knew this. You knew this. And while I am grateful for you not trying to do anything stupid, I'm still curious as to if we are able to kill this ghost gator and then this deal that you had disappears and no longer ceases to be. If you could find it within yourself to at least give her some space to make her own decision of you. If you wish to keep an eye on her, then there are better ways than forcing someone to wear a collar. You have multiple guards here. I'm sure you could find some of them that would be able to watch her very closely at all times. But within that, I feel like giving her space away from you to make her own decision, should the Ghost Gator be killed or sent back to where she came from, then she will need time to collect within herself her emotions towards you. Because whether it was the magic or not, you did keep her locked up here against her will. And that is not good for anybody, and will, in and of itself, breed very much loathing towards the person responsible.
Make an intimidation check.
Intimidation?
Yep.
19.
Okay. Yeah, he is leaning back as you say this. He's not visibly giving off any sense of you working your way into his brain.
Mm-hmm.
And as he leans forward and looks up at you, as he takes a deep sigh and just I don't appreciate the tone of voice at all, but I'll work with you on this.
Gentlemen, we want the same thing for Shawnee. And, unlike Alakian over here, I've actually had a couple of conversations with her. Other than her loathing for you, she's never really had a bad thing to say.
So you'll know that I'm telling the truth then.
I didn't say you were lying. But I think if you want to win her good graces, the collar will have to go. As long as she wears the collar, magic, no magic, she's gonna hate you. And as Alakian said, there are better ways of tracking. You've got guards. There's a lizard man living in your swamp that can help you find people if they go missing. You could also give her the tools to take care of herself.
Not to mention, this whole town is filled with hunters that I'm sure have a very, very well-trained tracking ability. You could hire one or two of them.
Well, I was worried about it being too late when they found her, but fine, I see your point. I will compromise on this. Since you make such a good argument, I will allow you the promise to return her to me after some breathing room. And without the collar, bear in mind, I can deactivate it, but I would need to be with her to do so.
Of course.
After the hag is dead.
Absolutely.
And if you give me your word on this, then I will allow you to see Duel.
I'm gonna look to Alakian.
I was gonna say, I was gonna turn and look at Thyra.
Does it sound good to you? Reasonable?
I'm gonna kind of nod towards Thyra. I'm gonna look back towards Duel, still leaning on the table. Just be like, I've only known you for a short time, but it doesn't seem like that you've told us any misinformation here. And you've been very forward and honest. So I'll take you at your word. But do know that if we find out otherwise at any point, there will be consequences. We have many people that we know. So
how do you go about killing... let's get to Duel before we start talking a little bit of strategy. We don't want him to leave town before we get a chance to talk to him. But we'll need to know a way to get to the hag.
He stands up and holds his hand out to shake for both of you.
I'll grab it.
Okay. He shakes, locking eye contact on you the whole time, and then over to Thyra.
I'll shake his hand.
Okay. You watch as he leans back and... Okay. Snaps his fingers, and two of the guards from inside run out the door. Back up the stairs.
So how many guards are in the room with us now?
There are now 4 guards still in the room.
Okay, so there were 6 altogether. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And he says, please, sit down if you like, and I will answer any questions you have about the gator that I can. So, before we do that, we'll just very quickly flash back to the rest of the group. In the meantime, Rokanoka, Izzy, and Free, is there anything that you guys want to do in the next hour or so while these guys are talking, and then we'll come back to Keijo?
Is this after I would have come back?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, I tracked her down to area in the swamp. She threw out the dagger, and I did not see her around, but we have a direction.
A direction at the start.
Or perhaps she went that way, took the dagger out, teleported away, because she can do that, and went in a entirely different direction.
Maybe.
She's smarter. She's smarter than us. This is not a good idea.
It is possible, but I saw a obscure message on a tree out there.
What type of message? What language was it in? Do you know?
It was common.
What did it say?
Something like there is dark in the hope, light in the hope of the darkness. I don't remember.
That's the battlefield. I carved that into the tree.
Oh.
Well,
It's where we lost Wade.
alright, so she was taunting us. That's what that was.
Or she likes that area, and we can use that as both the starting ground from where her tree moved and we last saw her.
The spirits did also tell me that she is a creature of habit.
Alright, so we start there once the others get back.
Yeah.
So, let's return. Let's get Shani someplace safe.
Grab Asmin at the same time, I suppose.
Aye,
Oh,
if
she'd
we
be
leave
quite
her,
angry if we left her behind, I'm assuming.
Aye, I the same. And she has every right to come with us.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys start heading back towards Keijo. It doesn't take you guys too long to get there. After meeting all back up, you are pretty much on the outskirts of it anyway. And as you get into town, yeah, what would you like to do?
Asmin's place, I guess?
Yeah, go to Asmund's home.
Okay. You go over to Asmin's house and knock on the door, and you hear. And greeting you at Asmin's door is the familiar visage for two of you. It is the dark-skinned, bald form of Loven, who is currently still wearing like night garments, just simple clothing, almost
Does he
like
have a floppy
pajamas.
hat? Does he have a sleeping cap?
He does indeed have a sleeping cap with a little bauble on the
I
end.
love Logan.
And he just notices you guys, and I'm not on camera. Fuck. He like gently smiles and waves, and then gives up one finger to wait there and dips back upstairs.
Thank you, Loven.
Here.
Speak words next time. Say hello, like a person does.
Did a cat get his tongue?
No, he can spell. He can speak. We've never heard it. I don't believe it. It's true.
Is that a
I
common
think
happening?
at this point he's just taunting Izzy.
I have heard the
It's
saying
good.
said before, and I find it fascinating that so many cats get people's tongues.
Oh no, that's a ton of phrase. It's just like a. They say that when someone doesn't speak. It's a cat. The lizard didn't eat his tongue. He has a tongue. I assume. I've never seen it up in his mouth before.
As you guys stand here, Rokonoka, you feel something brush against your leg, and you look down, and there is a small black and white cat who is gently just rubbing over your legs.
Hello. What
It's
is
at this
your
point that you
name?
hear. And Asmin comes running downstairs. It's still fairly early in the morning for you guys, and she's had a long night, so she is still kind of like also in her pajamas, sort of frizzy hair outwards. It's not tied up, and she's like,
Insight check.
Yeah,
What?
fuck her.
Oh my god!
"What are you?"
That's a
They're
3.
both in pajamas? Natural 20!
I was just fucking messing around. I rolled a 3, by the way.
You know Wade still won't know.
I know,
Yeah,
but I will know,
like
and
that.
that's a total of 27.
They are both in pajamas. It is maybe like 9:30 in the morning. You are aware that Asmin in particular has probably had a very long night of crying. You aren't sure about Loven. You've never met him before, so you don't know. With a natural 20, fucking
Total of 27.
with an sure. With a natural 20, you do not get the sense that there is any morning
Philandering?
after aura coming off of Asmin or Loven. They, from what you can tell, appear to have slept in separate beds.
Oh, good. Okay.
I like how that was Wade showing through Rokanoka right
That was
there.
Griz. That was entirely
That
Griz.
Griz.
You gotta keep in mind, she is in the same house as her parents, so I mean, it could just be that she's trying to hide it for now.
Yeah, that's true.
Good. Don't eat fucking Esprit. Shut up.
Hello.
Boy.
Heisman?
What did you find?
We chased her to the place that we fought her before.
Well, we ain't dead. You aren't there.
Well, yes, sorry. You.
The others are talking to Jewel once they get back. I'm assuming we'll be leaving to find him.
Aye, or we should... I have a plan. It's risky, but it might work. We talked about it before.
Okay, you can fill me in on it soon. I gotta go get ready before we head out. You can come in if you want. It's fine.
Alright. Is Loven in the room?
Loven is currently upstairs.
Fuck.
I have to
Free
really
will
crouch
not
down to get in.
go in the house. She's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm gonna stay out here. It just kind of
Okay.
find a spot outside to sit out of the way.
Sure.
Isabel actually going to join her then? She wants
Oh.
to talk to Free.
I'll go inside.
Okay.
It,
Sure,
it's
as we go
Rokanoka
inside.
hunched over with a teacup. Like,
Yeah, it is a small house for you, Rokanoka, and you are a tall guy, so you do have to, like, almost lizard crawl your way through here. Asmin runs upstairs for about 30 minutes before coming back down. And the cat joins you.
It's just sitting on my lap.
Yep. It's gentle. Like,
Is Loven in this room?
Loven is in a room.
Okay, I was just wondering.
You can go upstairs if you'd like.
No, I'll wait here with my little teacup.
Fair enough. So you've been waiting. Is he in free?
so I will follow Free. I will sit down next to her, and sort of just kind of slump, and sort of be quiet for a few minutes, kind of like not really sure how to begin. And then we'll say,
You have something to ask, Isabel.
No, it's not something to ask. It's something to say.
All right.
I would like to apologize for getting angry with you.
I wasn't any better. Sorry.
You're this. Look, I don't do people very well. I've usually made it a point not to have friends. So I'm a little new to dealing with people for more than a few weeks at a time, or even mostly a few days, honestly. So I know that I'm a bit abrasive, and I am trying to be better than that. Ever since Vija, I have felt angry constantly, and I am finding reasons to be cruel to others. And it's concerning me, so I am attempting to be better. So I like to apologize for what I did. It's not your fault.
Apology accepted, Isabel. Thank you. And honestly, I'm not much better with people either. I just fake it a lot better than you do.
Aye, well, that was sort of a survival thing for you. I'm just a dick. Also, I know you don't like him very much, so just blanket apology for the next 30 seconds. And I will reach out with chaos to Free. And say, Free. The gator offered Isabel the location of her father. Perhaps we could use this to try to make a fake deal to ambush her.
Oh boy. Like to
Again, sorry, I just don't want prying ears, you know?
No, I understand. She is going to reply in Elvish because she knows that she can speak that. She doesn't know if the hag can, but at least it's a different language.
You can respond telepathically. You can respond to the message telepathically.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So you don't have to speak.
She's like, I agree. However, I think the bait should be someone else. You're a physical fighter. She's not going to chance getting close to you.
Respond. There's already a deal to be made between us and her. Who else would fit the bill?
Me, because I'm the one that Wade gave himself up for.
You feel like a sense of annoyance coming from Chaos. Before he responds with, Isabel would like to say that we should leave it as a vote.
Agreed. We'll discuss as a group.
Well then, perhaps we should not leave our new friend alone in a house with a person whose maybe boyfriend we might have maybe killed.
I don't want to run into anyone's parents, so I'm going to stay out here.
It's Eisman's parents, so it's not.
Doesn't matter. Wade is practically their son.
All right. I'm gonna give her kind of like start to go for a hug, be like, nope, not the time, and pat her on the shoulder, and then go.
Yeah, we're both kind of like, maybe not.
Yeah. As you walk inside, you see Rokonoko there, just sipping like a gentle cup of tea, and the cat Jinsey, who is Asmin's familiar, is currently trying to bat the feathers off of his headdress.
I will sort of wave, say hi to Jinsey. And then, is there like a teapot out that I can?
Yeah,
I get some tea because Isabel, like every person, enjoys a nice cup of tea, and if you don't, you're wrong.
You know, little kitty, I do not know why you get such bad rap. You seem very nice.
Again, the tongue thing is a turn of phrase. It isn't a real thing that happens to people. I'm sure, like one person got their tongue bit by a cat, but they're probably trying to do something weird or if we're very unlucky.
I might have to get one of these.
They don't like me. This one's magic, so it's not really the same. But generally, they don't like being near me. I just realised, you don't know anything about me, do you?
I do know all about you. You are a woman with blonde hair and a half elf.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more meant skinny.
Sure. I more meant like you don't know about like me though. Like, so that's a conversation we should probably have. But not right now because there's more pressing things, and I'd rather me tell you before you see it because it can get messy.
Okay.
Just a heads up. But you're not really now because Eisman, sort of more pressing concerns.
It's about this time that you guys hear the footsteps coming down the stairs once more. And she is like running down, still tying her hair up with two hands, and she looks over to you guys and she goes, Jinsey, get off the mask, man! And she clicks her fingers and
no, it is okay. Oh no.
Oh, I'm sorry, do you want him back?
What did you do?
She snaps her fingers again and the cat reappears, just sitting looking up at you with these big green eyes.
Have you ever left your swamp or
Yes.
And like met other people who do things and
Yes.
stuff. All right, just checking.
Yeah, that's my magic cat. Anyway, we should get going if we're gonna go do this. And she turns to Shani. Shani, you want to stay here with Loven? And Shani just very like eagerly nods. She's kind of shaken by the whole watching someone get eaten thing. She's like, okay, he'll take care of you. He's fine. Okay, let's go. And she runs out the door.
Hold up. Just a second. We have to wait for our other friends, and then we have to make a plan. So we're not leaving right now. I know you're all gung ho and ready to fight, which don't believe me, so am I. But we cannot right this second. Few reasons.
Wait, where are the others? And then
You
we
talking
flash back. The
Wait.
camera drifts away
never-
at lightning speed
Dude.
to Thyra and Lakian. So as you sit here and wait for Duel to appear, you can ask any questions about his experience with the hag if you would like. So go ahead. If you have any questions, then you can ask them. Otherwise, we'll skip to Duel.
Do you have a way to get the hag here where we can fight her on not her home turf?
To get her here, only thing I can think of is if we use Shani. I don't really
I'm
want
not
to do
going
that.
to do that.
That's off the
Then-
table.
Right.
Do you know where she is right now, where she tends to be?
No, she comes to see me, not the other way around. When I made my deal with her, we made it into a tree. But the tree's always moving, so it's hard to say.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
The night of the party, I'm assuming it's her that you met with upstairs,
Right.
correct?
It was.
Okay. How did you contact her and get her to come here?
I didn't. She, as far as I could tell, watched y'all come in through her little spies and then came here herself.
What useful information of the ghost gator do you have? You can't find her, you can't get her here?
Well, how much do you know?
Absolutely nothing. She spits acid.
Fair enough.
Because I wasn't here for that episode, what was actually relayed from her to us? From Wade, if anything?
Nothing.
Wade didn't relay anything.
Nope.
Okay.
You got nothing from Wade. So this is pretty
Okay.
much your only font of information at this point. So he goes on to say, well, I know her name. Her name is Zafiva. She'd been around for... Well, my daddy saw the gator one time. That's how I got interested in it. I think the first time anyone saw her was maybe 60, 70 years ago. I know that she's not from here. She wants to go home, wherever that is, but I don't know where. Maybe you could use that.
What do you mean,
against her.
like not from Keijo?
Definitely not from Keijo. I don't know where she is, though.
Equa, what would I know about hacks, if anything? In general.
Make a history check.
Can I make a history check? I'm proficient in it.
Sure, you can.
Mm. 13. I don't know shit.
Dirty 20.
DC was lower for you, Thyra, because I think you might have been told some of this before anyway. Alakin, you are aware of the general idea of hags. They are generally old women who make deals with weary travelers who desire something extraordinary, who are willing to pay an extraordinary price, and they are then bound into a contract until it's completed. That's what you know. You, Thyra, know a little bit more. You are aware that they are fey creatures.
Okay.
So this may allude to something along those lines, but may not. You are aware that they generally are solitary. They tend not to travel in packs too much, and if they do, you are pretty sure that this is not one of the packs because you've only seen her. You also know that traditionally, hags can do a couple different things. They can turn invisible, they can disguise themselves to be other people, but they cannot, to your knowledge, transform into animals.
Which I would know that he uses Rokunoka's thing, because Rokunoka told.
Yes, you would. Apart from that, you have a general idea of the history of them, eat babies and make more hags and stuff like that, but it's you mostly heard it through children's tales and things like that, etc. But that's all I think that you'll need to know about this.
Equa, could you remind me? I know I wasn't outside whenever Thyra was banished initially, but was I there whenever she came back?
Yeah.
No. You were on the second floor.
Well, I know, but I would have seen you come back, is what I'm saying. Correct?
Or you were behind him. I would say no.
Okay.
Yeah, because when I came back, the only person that I saw was Isabel.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll say no to that.
Okay.
He continues and he says, well, she, as I'm sure you guessed by now, she sort of runs the wildlife around here. They all report to her. I know that she keeps tabs on some of the other people that she's made deals with. I don't know the specifics of any of them, but I heard that there was one up in Epot-Latland that she made a deal with.
I'm sorry, what was that, Pig Latin?
She made a deal with some noble or higher up or someone up in Epot-Latland.
Spell that for me.
You would know where it is, actually. Epot-Latland is the capital of Uemura. It's Epotlanlan. Or Latlan, sorry. Epot-Latland. But I don't know who it was. I didn't get no name or nothing. I don't know if killing her will end deals or not. That's probably something that she'd have to tell you herself. Oh, one last thing. She's a lot stronger near the tree. Not all the trees in the swamp move. It's only around her tree, and she can move her tree around as much as she wants. If you're trying to kill her, get her away from the tree.
That's what we're trying to do.
Apart from that, I don't know what more could be useful.
Does she have any weaknesses?
Not as far as I know. She wouldn't tell me.
Aside from getting Shawnee here and using her as bait, because that's off the table, can you think of any other way to get her here?
Or away from her tree?
Like to lure her out of her comfort zone?
Not here. But today's the gator hunting festival. As far as I'm aware, she can't carry that tree around with her everywhere while she's trying to eat people. Today might be your best bet. Find some place that you know. Set it up. Wait for her to come. I can't guarantee she won't come with her house, but if I were her, I probably would.
Do you know how her house works? Does her tree need to be on land? Can it go in the water?
Pretty sure it can travel over both. But it's a tree, so I imagine it has to have some sort of soil. It's about this time that you hear at the door behind you, and you see him stand up, and he's like, "Your company's here." Come in. And the door. And standing before you, flanked by 2 more of his manor guards, is the familiar face of one Councilman Erzog-Duel, who gently steps into the chamber and turns to 2 of you and says, "Right, what's this about a hag?"
I'm gonna, as soon as I see his face, I'm gonna kind of like do a shallow bow towards him
Mm-hmm.
and just be like, "We need your help with something. If you could be so kind."
So I hear. You'll need to fill me in on the details and hurry up, because if I'm not doing this, then I am in a rush to get back home.
Well, okay. So, long and short of this is, Wade, which you have met, agreed to a deal with the hag that has been terrorizing the swamp for turning towards gains. Just be like, you said 60 to 70 years?
Something like that.
To, don't know what it was for, but whatever it was, it must have been very important to her because it brought Free back from the dead. And as I'm sure you know, just like the rest of us, that is a very powerful magic. What we need help with is killing her before she kills more people, like she has done for the past several decades.
I'm gonna interrupt Alethi in there. Or send her home, like she wants.
That's gonna be what I was gonna say next.
Yeah, he looks at the 2 of you. Okay. Casco ain't my territory. I work in Gizeri almost exclusively. If I do this, it won't be with an official mission. It won't be with the help of the council. No one could know.
That's fine. On that note, though, I am, as of right now, a member of the fuck is the goddamn association I'm a member of? The cult? Yeah, that.
The book cult.
The book
Book
cult.
cult.
Hashtag book cult.
I am a fledgling member of the Convex Order, but I'm hoping to progress further within there. So later down the line, should that happen, I would owe you a massive favor.
I think you'd all owe me a massive favor. What more is in it for me?
Well, as I said, I'm in the Convex Order, and so having somebody within their ranks to hopefully persuade somebody should you need something done or help with something later down the line.
Or, you know, if you need something done, not completely on the books.
That's what I was getting at next.
He Alakian and says, "You know that the Monastery of Fire is in Halfjordi. We have exclusive ties to the Order at fairly high ranking."
I'm sure you do. But as Thyra just mentioned, some things are better left off the books at times.
Okay, so
and
I'll say, Alakin, since you're helming this, you can make a persuasion check. You haven't really given him anything, so the DC is going to be high.
Okay. Do I get advantage because Thyra's kind of been helping a little bit or not?
Sure, I'll allow that.
Okay. Natural 16 for a total of 22.
Okay. He like crosses his arms and looks at you, starts tapping his foot, turns to Gain, says, "And you?" And Gain's like, I'll give you free wine for a year and 10,000 gold. And he's like,
He's a
Oh
dick,
my
but
God.
thank you, Gaines.
Right?
The devil wears a suit and tie.
Takes like
Devil
a
wears
long,
Prada.
deep sigh. You've got 2 hours. Make it count.
A quick question: Do you know how to send a Fae back to the Feywild?
Probably. I don't know if it's going to be that easy, but we'll see, right?
We could kill her. Gaines, before we go, I would suggest you stay in this panic room until Aleki and I come back. Because if we're being on the up and up, half of the goats want to kill you.
Fair enough. I will stay.
All right, let's get going. I'll kind of wave towards Gaines and walk up towards Duel, and then if he doesn't go out first, I'll go out first.
Yeah, he is following you here.
Yeah, we'll head out. I'll kind of, like, moderately just tip my head to Gaines. We'll be seeing you.
Yeah, he bows and like pulls his hat off and holds it down and puts it back on. Mighty fine business, would you? And then you lead Duel out of the manor and start heading back to Keijo.
Yes.
Equal question.
Yes.
Did our little group get a short rest during all this?
Yeah, if you would like.
Okay, cool. There you go, Griz. You get your hit points back. I don't need shit.
Yay!
Yeah,
He took 20 points of damage earlier.
He took 20 points of damage, and he fucking needs it.
Yeah.
So, the rest of you, Free, Rokunoka, and Izzy. It's not too long because Rokunoka spent a while chasing after the gator anyway. It's not too long before the rest of the group return. Is there anything that you guys want to do in the meantime before they come back?
I don't think so.
I would share my plan with Rokunoka telepathically, and I'll inform him he can speak to me telepathically.
Okay.
What was the plan again?
Sure.
So Isabel was offered the location of her father for a deal. So she's thinking that if she pretends to go to make that deal somewhere where we're like on land, so we can move around better, that the Gaius can come, we can ambush her.
Gotcha.
So, I'll say for brevity's sake, Free, you are sitting outside, and you are visible enough to people who know you. So it doesn't take long before you start to see Thyra and Alakian start walking up to you, and a third figure behind them who you recognize almost immediately. He's wearing the same mustard-colored robes with a nice fancy inlay, the hair tied up on the back, but shaven everywhere else.
Hello there.
What are you doing, Free?
We had a little encounter while you were gone.
What do you mean an encounter? You guys were just in town, right?
Not exactly. The gator might have eaten some people, and she led us back to the battlefield where we fought her last.
No, she did eat people.
I did say she ate people.
You said she might have.
So I kind of look at Alakian. So the information was correct?
Indeed.
The gator's out hunting the hunters?
Is the door open or is the door closed
Isabel
inside?
had an idea of drawing her out for that too as well, but we shouldn't talk inside.
At this point, it's probably closed.
I'm gonna say to Free and Elvish, are you ready to hunt the gator? We got her backup?
Yeah, I'm ready to go. In Elvish, of course.
I just have to check up on Shoni real quick.
I will also
You're inside with Asmin.
Share this. Once I hear that, I will come out and share my plan with the others. Be like, hey, this is an option. She offered me a deal. Like, we could try to use that.
You
Okay.
know, in the tribe there is not many secrets. It does not bode well for survivability.
What secrets?
Why we're talking right now.
You are talking in language I cannot understand.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Oh, right.
I did not realize. I just asked if she was ready to go hunt a gator.
I'd got bits and pieces. Sylvan is not so uncommon from, so different from, I believe you were speaking Elvish.
Well,
Native language and all that. Is it?
Well, Dola gave us a time limit. We have 2 hours
yes.
to set a trap for the gator and kill her. But I need
I will
5 minutes
say-
with Shawnee before I head out.
It takes you guys about an hour to get from Keijo to the game manor, so
Give an hour.
Okay, we have an
Got
hour.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go see Johnny then.
Yeah. Shani is just indoors.
Alone.
I'm gonna stop Isabel. I need to speak to her alone.
All right.
I'm gonna look towards Thyra, just like,
Can I
want me to come
insight
with as
check
well?
that? I'm suspicious.
That I want to talk to her alone.
Yes.
Go
After
ahead.
going to Gaines's manor.
What are you trying to insight check for?
Why is she being secretive about Shawnee? It doesn't matter. I got a 2. So.
Yes, I want to speak to Shawnee alone.
fair enough. In the meantime, we can lightly discuss what we plan on doing.
Sounds good.
Okay, so Thyra, you walk inside. You see Asmin, who is currently writing in a notebook, kind of frantically. And she takes note of you, like, "Oh, hey, welcome
Yep.
back. Are you ready to go?"
I just need a minute with Shawnee. Just want to make sure that she's safe and that she stays put.
Okay, yeah, sure. She's upstairs. She just is writing in the notebook. Yeah,
Upstairs, if I can,
yeah.
in a halfling house.
You walk upstairs as best you can. The upstairs is not fancy by any means. There are currently 3 rooms up here. You notice them all to be bedrooms. One is a little bit bigger than the other 2, and Shani and Loven are both sort of sitting in the biggest one, which you surmise to be Asmin's parents' bedroom. And they are just, gently talking.
Hello, Shawnee. Loven.
Yeah, Loven immediately zips his mouth and is like, just gives you a wave. Shani's like, hello.
Alright, so we had a conversation with Mr. Gaines. And you're to stay here. And once we kill the gator, he's gonna take that collar off your neck. You're a target of the ghost gator, so Loven, I know you don't like to speak, but I'm gonna need you to at least say something. Do you have the ability to protect her if we leave her here with you?
You see a stoic look come across his face, and he nods sternly.
Of course he does.
I hate you. I hate everything about you, Equa.
Do you know where to go if anything goes sour here?
He yet again nods sternly.
If anything happens to her, you get it 10 times worse, okay?
He now looks a little bit shaken, but
Alright, so we're gonna head out now to get you free, but Gaines would like to have a meeting with you after all is said and done, after the collar is removed.
I don't think that's a good idea. I don't want to do that.
I understand, and that's your choice. And but I'm just giving you all of the facts. There are magics at work that I don't fully understand. So take a little time, think about it while we're gone. You don't have to make a decision now, and it's all on your time.
There is a noticeable hesitation before she kind of reluctantly nods. She
Right,
says,
keep that cloak close so we can find you later.
I will.
I'll give her a squeeze on the shoulder because I hurt people when I hug.
You do.
and I'll leave. We can go. Right, we can go.
Asmin immediately pops up, closes the notebook, puts it in her bag. It's like, okay, let's go.
Asmin, Loven can he can protect Shawnee.
Sure. I mean, we're not much fighters, but we've got our means for sure.
All right. I just don't want to leave her in unkeepable hands.
She should be fine.
All right, let's go kill a gator.
While Thyra's upstairs, I'm gonna basically just relay to everybody, pretty much just that we need to try and get her away from wherever her tree is. So like, I know we were talking about like Isabel making a deal, and so just with that, we need to make sure it's on our terms, not hers.
Do I know that Free is from the Pig Latin place?
Free? Did she know that? Have you told her that?
Or did she tell me that the dwarf guy was from the Pig Latin place? I've heard that name, that city.
I don't know if she's mentioned the name of the city. I know other people have said it in context of the cakery.
I'm fairly
But I don't know
certain
if
you
Free
know
is
Free is from Emoris, which is the country.
Mm-hmm.
And she said Malaran, which is her hometown, but she is not.
I'm just trying to remember who and in what context that that town came up.
I think Free mentioned that the cakery was in Epatlatlam when you guys were at the party, but I don't think that she mentioned that she was from there. I mean, you.
Okay, so it probably was when we were outside and we were talking about that dwarf. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Probably.
If I remember correctly, that's how it was.
So the plan would be smart if we were to fight her indoors, if possible.
Just away from her home.
Aye. There's always my option. There's the option of going out into the swamps and trying to ambush her there, but we have a limited time with duel, so...
And this duel is on board?
Yes.
Big man?
Yes.
As I turn around towards him. As I look at him.
Hello.
But we have a limited time.
And you will all owe me big time.
I have the ability
Which is
to
understood.
cast a magical circle that once she walks into, she cannot leave.
That's an option.
So, if we can have her step onto it, then we will have the perfect opportunity to try to banish her.
Would sending her away, though, get rid of the deals, because she'd still be alive. That means Wade and I would still be in whatever deal she has with him, whether she's on this plane or not.
I'm gonna look
I don't
towards.
think banishing her is going to work.
I'm gonna look at Duel and just be like, "You've got more learned experience than probably all of us here combined. Do you have any ideas?"
I've never met the creature before. You will all probably know her better than I will.
Here's what I say.
But hags in general, though. Do you know anything about them?
Some. Not much. Probably nothing more than you all would know anyway. I mean, you've all had your exposure.
Honestly, I hate the bitch. I'd rather just kill her.
Same.
I am all for this.
Yes,
She's hurt
but
free. She's hurt.
It's hard if we can get her back to wherever she's from through banishment. It'll be a lot harder for her to get back here, so we have a chance we can go out and find White. Get him out. It's not perfect.
But it doesn't matter. He'd still be locked into the deal.
True,
it doesn't
but
matter.
It's a great plan B, is what I'm saying. It's a great plan B.
We should kill her.
We should kill her, but if we can't, we should banish her.
We should find a place that's a little ways away from town.
True.
I can attempt to banish her. I don't know if it will work or not. And then if not, you can all kill her to your heart's delight, okay?
I have one request if we try to banish her.
Sure. I'll get the big skin of your ancestors.
Yes.
Right. So she's wearing the skin of one of his ancestors. So try to get that off her. She can also use the clothes for.
Describe it to me.
It's
big, white, and looks like an alligator.
Albino.
Yeah, as you guys describe the skin, you watch as he starts nodding and taking notes before drawing a couple of symbols in the air and sort of almost carving out the design of an alligator skin in the air. Rokonoka, you instantly recognize what this spell is. He is casting Locate Object on the skin.
Ooh.
And you watch his eyes glaze over. Well, she ain't that close, but we can probably find her. Swamp's not that big.
Right. So what's our plan? Are we going to the swamps, or are we going somewhere to make a deal, to make a fake deal? Find it.
Well, I feel like if we can... Well, okay, first off, we need to just get going now. Like, just start heading that direction where we need to go.
Right,
but I feel like if we can ambush her, it would be better. Because that way she's not expecting it. And if we can get her away, because it's very unlikely that she's going to be hunting close to her house. So if we can catch her away from that. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why do we not fight her at this gains?
It's right now, it's an hour away, and there's very little chance that we can even convince her to get there.
It's just that fighting her in the swamp, it seems she'd have good control.
We do it on land. There's land around here.
Gaines specifically said that it's not everywhere. It's just around her tree.
Yes.
That she's most dangerous. If we can get her away from her tree, we stand a much better chance. So
we find a spot a little ways outside of town, hopefully away from other hunters that are out.
Are we doing the deal, or are we waiting for her?
We're going to find her and ambush her.
Out.
We can draw her out.
If we need to.
I can draw her out. Free says she can as well.
I can as well because I spoke to her last night.
Okay, what the fuck?
What?
Nothing happened. I was stupid, but I'm fine. But I can draw her out.
Okay.
Well, we can talk about your mental state later. But right now, Duel already has a location on her. So I feel like if we can find that...
We don't have a location on her. We do not know where she is.
Yes, he just said he knows exactly where that skin is.
I didn't find her, but I feel like if we head further into the swamp, I'll have a better look.
Yes, I had chased her down to a particular location, and I do not think it would be a bad idea to start there.
Alright. So, are we doing the swamp or are we doing the deal? We have not made a decision.
We are going to go into the swamp and draw her out with a deal.
Okay, is that the plan? Yes? I'm okay with that.
We need to get away from town.
We just need to get out of town. Far enough away from town.
Okay.
Hunters.
Let's do it.
Free is going to say, happened last night is she showed up invisible.
Aye.
Several animals appeared before she did.
There's the hide.
And she stayed invisible until she started the ritual.
All right.
Equa, is there rugs in the room?
At
We've
this
already
point,
left.
you guys have been
We've
walking.
left.
Oh,
Yeah, we've left.
I wanted to do
Yeah,
that
we-
earlier.
If you wanted to grab a rug, you could. Like there was time for that for you to do that.
Yeah, I was gonna do it while they were talking to Shawnee, way back earlier in the room.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I just want to grab the rugs out of. We were still in Asmon's house at the time, right?
Yeah.
I grab the rugs and roll them up, and bring them with me.
That you wanted to grab rugs?
Yes.
Fair enough, Griz. Fair enough. All right. That was yeah. You could definitely do that.
What
She
do
would
the
not
rugs
even
look
reply
like?
to you.
Is there like gator skin rugs? What kind of rugs?
Oh yeah. As you,
Bear
Grizzly
pelt.
person, knows, Kev and Wade were hunting buddies, so Wade got some of the share and Kev got some of the share. So there are various pelts of different animals. I'll say there's one gator rug that they have as their doormat. There is the pelt of an axlebuck minus the head, which is currently mounted on one of the walls, which you could also grab. Yeah, well, that's probably it.
I grab
for
some
that.
rugs. Yeah, gotcha.
Sure.
As we're walking, I'm gonna keep an eye out for animals to see if they're like watching us or like acting
Sorry.
weird.
That was my dog. He's mad at me. I don't know why.
Okay.
It's right here.
Make a perception check.
It's a 19.
It's a 19. You
Yeah.
not only are a fairly perceptive individual, you, being a druid, have some comfort in nature, and you've spoken to many animals before. You know what most look like when they're just doing what they're doing. There are a number of animals that just are not normal around here. Your mind flashes back to when Gain said that she doesn't have spies, she runs the wildlife around these parts. They all listen to her.
I'm gonna use Orcish to say to at least Jewel, she's having the animals watch us right now.
Interesting. Okay. Good to know. And he keeps going. I'll say by this time you guys have started
And I'm
loading.
gonna whisper it to Izzy that the animals are watching.
All right.
Would I even just like passively realize this, Equa? Just with my passive perception?
While we're at it, would I?
Your
Would I?
perception is a wee bit lower, Lakian, so
Mine's
Lakian,
17.
and Izzy,
Oh,
you would definitely
No,
not.
we gotta kill this Rokonoka.
I'll say Rokonoka. I mean, you live in these swamps.
Yeah. 17?
I'm trying to think. You've never really been out of the swamp too much. Sure. Yes, I will say you get the sense that something is amiss. Not quite to the extent that Thyra does, but you are aware that the animals behave a little bit differently here.
Okay.
I will telepathically tell people to once we stop that they should hide, and I'm going to openly walk away from them, and hopefully
No.
they can follow without being noticed.
Are
And
we able
then
to
I
talk
will-
back to you in your brain?
Yes, but I will finish, and then I'll say like then I'll try to make the deal.
No.
After hidden.
I will set up my tent. I will cast magic circle. We will hide the circle with rugs. You stand in circle. When she steps in, then we swarm.
I'm fine. I'm not using Chaos's voice. I'm just concerned that she won't come if we're all there.
No, you go in tent by yourself, but I set up tent, and then you go in it.
All right, I don't know, but sure, I guess. I don't feel great about that, but sure.
Question, DM. Would my mold earth be able to obscure the magic circle but not disrupt it?
This is what I have rugs for.
Yes, but if you throw a tent up in the middle of the forest, she's not going to walk
I'm
into
concerned
it.
that she's not going to walk into it at all. Like,
I
she's
live
not
I
gonna
would
come to
say probably not with a mold earth. You could definitely do the surroundings around it to make it seem more natural. But if you wanted to obscure a magic circle, I think your best bet would just be to scoop up some dirt and just drop it on. You know.
Which
But
I can
that wouldn't
basically do with
disrupt
mold
the
earth
circle.
because I can excavate and just use my mold earth to just drop.
Right,
just
but I'm
like-
saying if you wanted to physically alter the surroundings of the spell with the cantrip, I don't think I would allow that because you're trying to affect magic with magic. I think for this, because Magic Circle is specifically able to be disguised by a rug or a carpet or things like that, you would have to use your hands. Just because, why not?
That
You know, fuck it.
reason I guess I'm not in character. The reason I was gonna set up the tent is because then it makes sense for there to be rugs on the ground.
I do get it, but I'm concerned that like if you, Rokanoka, her known enemy, sets up a tent, then I walk in the tent like, hey, come fucking talk to me. That's
Yeah.
my concern.
Are there like what are those silkworms? Like, are there silkworm webbings around?
Someone who knows what silkworms are, do they make homes in swamps?
I don't know.
I don't.
But I
No,
know
not
that they
really.
make
They're usually more temperate, like forested climate areas.
They make cocoons. They don't make webs either, too.
There are a number of
Yes, they
spiders.
do. The silkworms, yeah, they make webs.
Do they make
They're
webs?
disgusting.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
There are a number of spiders around that you could probably get webbing from, but I don't know specifically about silkworms.
So would it be out of place if I, covered the magic circle and some of the surrounding area in webs?
You could certainly try.
I could try and cover it in web and to make it look like
I do not
It's
know
natural.
she want to step in web.
well,
It
she's
is
not going to
alright.
want to step in a tent.
I don't
Aye.
see why not. I'm sure she has made deals in tents before.
You specifically said we could
Why
use
don't
our
we show up?
hands.
Yeah,
Give me the
I'm being
tents.
weird about this. You guys could definitely do things to obscure it. If you
Without
wanted.
having to do like the tent rug idea.
Yeah, you could try. I don't know how well it would work. It would depend on rolls, and your imagination, obviously. But you could definitely try and do a number of things to help. Even Mold Earth would help find a. I don't know. You could try and make a flatter base for the circle to be on, and then make it easier to obscure. You can do a number of things to alter the DC.
So how about this? We just grab some leaves off of trees and just put it down over where he's giving the circle.
Aye.
I feel like that'd be a lot simpler than trying to do all of this stuff. And it
Yes.
would go a lot better.
It would look a little more natural.
I still
Exactly.
think tent is a good idea, but we can try your way.
I guess we should get to work on it then.
Aye.
So, you guys take off in the canoes. What are you trying to find?
How big of an area do you need, Griz?
10-foot radius.
Didn't you? So, Kim, you told us basically everything, like where you were and everything else like that, whenever you were talking to the hag, correct?
I didn't say where it was. I said she showed up invisible and then didn't appear until she tried to start the ritual. And then Rokanoka told us that where he tracked her down to the battlefield. So that's how I assumed we were going.
No, we don't want to go there because that's too close to where her house is.
Like,
we know she can control the trees there is what I was getting at.
Aye.
With what you talked to Gain about,
Mm-hmm.
he
I
said
assumed it was
that
only
not
while
all
her
trees
tree
in the
was there.
swamp move, but her
Yeah.
tree always moves. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah, I think her tree needs to be nearby for her to control the trees in the area.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically a focus, more or less, kind of what think of the tree as.
Kind of like her lair, but it's a mobile
Yeah.
lair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's terrifying, but yeah.
Then I guess we just head that way then. That's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, just head there.
Okay, so you're going back to the original place that
Correct.
you fought Wade. Or
Yes.
you fought the Hag.
Yes.
Okay, make a nature check. Because it took you guys about an hour and 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get there last time. So DC's lower this time
Just
because
pick
you've been
a
there before.
random place and just do it there, because fucking who cares? She's going to come to us if we summon her.
So, I guess Tyre and I both make rolls, or just one of
Whoever
us
is
make rolls?
helming this, you can do 2 people can do this, or whoever's helming this can do it with advantage. It's up to you guys.
Who has a really good nature?
Not I.
Mine's a +2, I think.
I'm out of 2.
I have proficiency in it right now because I took over that.
There we go.
So I will help Alakian.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. $21 total.
21. Yeah, you start heading off to that direction. It takes you a fair amount of time to get there. 21's pretty good. I'll say along the way there, you guys row for about 50 minutes in total. There is there's 7 of you guys right now.
Mhm.
So there are 4 canoes, as is the way that it works. So it takes an effort to get you all to the right spot. On your way across there, Thyra and Rokanoka, you do start to see a number of things that are out of place. You come across 2 instances. There is one instance as you get maybe 25 minutes in, where you see often maybe 100 feet away, you just see a canoe that is decimated. There are no people in there, but the boat itself is in pieces and shards, and it's just resting there, like half sticking out of the swamp water.
He's been hunting. Do I recognize that boat?
Make
Is it...
a perception check.
17 plus 7.
You do
20.
not recognize this particular boat. So, you keep progressing forward. Then 10 minutes in, you both see something else that's just floating off on one side. That's, again, sort of caught in some weeds and some of the overlapping roots of one of the mangrove trees. This one doesn't look to be a boat, but it is something unnatural to this swamp. You can go and check it out if you wish.
Yeah, I will. I'll go check it out.
Is it in the water or on like a thing of land?
It is sort of half in the water. It's on a bank, sort of, but it's not quite on the mud itself. It's just caught in the roots of some of the very tall
So,
reaching trees.
since Thyra was helping me, I'd say I was probably in the boat with her. As we start heading that direction, do I see that? Do you point it out, Dyto, or not?
Well, yeah, I mean, I said that they've been hunting, and I point it out to everybody.
Well, I mean the new thing.
Yeah. As I see the
Okay.
stuff, I'm pointing it out.
Okay. Can I see what that is, Equa?
Make a
Like
perception
from where
check.
we're at? That is 23.
Yeah, you recognize it appears to be some sort of humanoid form.
Does it seem I'm gonna go up and look at it? Does it seem fresh?
As you go up and look at it, it is currently face down in the water. It appears to be halfling, female. And as you go and roll it over, you are greeted to the still cold but familiar face of one of the
Wait,
three.
it's cold already?
Wait. Hold on. What?
Flea. Oh no!
You better not have just killed Flea.
It is one of the 3 hunters of Flea, Trini, and Hamish.
Probably Trini.
Fuck.
It is female with sort of shorter brown hair that is tied up in the back in a ponytail. It is not Flea and it is not Hamish.
Trini.
Oh.
One we couldn't
The one we
remember.
always
Equa,
forget.
you
I
bastard!
could remember. I always remembered Trini.
Grizz didn't.
Can I tell? Can I
Happened this
tell
month?
how? Can I tell how fresh this body is? Like how long
Make a
it's been
medicine
dead?
Can I make one over her shoulder as well?
Yeah, sure, why not? Fuck it.
Natural 20 for a 24.
Okay, never mind. Don't really have to, but yeah. I got a 13, so.
This particular body has several lacerations in the chest and leg area. As you sort of look at it, it is cold, colder than it should be for a mutilation. And as you look down on one of the legs, you see an intense bite mark. It appears that this particular person was not chewed apart, but drowned.
Yep, I figured.
That's it. We need to get her out now.
Yes.
No more
We're making
delaying.
a deal here.
Sure.
Is there a little clump of land anywhere nearby, Equa?
There's one not too far off. Yeah.
Cool.
Maybe like 15,
I
20
guess we'll
feet
just head that direction then.
But are they? Could I ascertain that they are probably alligator bite marks?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna throw her into a canoe.
Yeah, I'm gonna help.
Okay. Actually,
Get her
I'm
in
lying.
a
There will be
canoe.
3 canoes because Rokonoka, you can swim. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
I figured I
So-
was swimming. I just didn't want to interrupt.
That's my mistake. No, you're right. You are right to do that. Yeah, you can throw in a canoe. Each canoe is currently housing 2 people, so you can choose who you want to throw her on.
You can put her in my canoe. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, throw it in their canoe. Throw her.
Place her. We don't need to be throwing dead
I throw
bodies.
Yeah, it is a.
Roll to eat.
They're dead. What do they care?
Yeah, it's a lizard folk kind of thing of death. Like, yeah, they're gone. So
All right.
fuck it.
I don't know how much time I've got on this. Hurry up, because I'm gonna call her out.
No, hold up. Who's calling? No,
What?
I'm calling it out.
I need to cast the spell,
Right.
Hurry up.
and
We
we
have-
need to hide it.
Yes, we have preparations, and I'll do it. And this is why, because, Thyra, you don't have a deal ready to go with her, and Free, you're one of our healers. So if you die, if you go down, that's not good for us. So you're not going to be right there. And I can do damage from up close. I can do damage from far away. I'm the best suited for this.
Fine, but if she doesn't show in 5 minutes, we're switching places.
Sure.
Gonna keep
Yeah.
waiting for her.
No, for sure. If she doesn't show up, but on plan B, like we're dragging this out.
As we're talking about this, we're going over to where the land is.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're
Yeah, I'm gonna use my mold earth to kind of make it flatter for Rokonoka.
Okay, easy enough to do.
I'll start gathering leaves and shit.
No, Isabel,
Aye.
you will be able to leave this circle. She will not. So,
All right.
if
I
things
will be
look bad,
inside.
make sure you leave.
Sure.
Okay. I will sit and start casting the magic circle. It takes a minute to cast, so.
Okay, sure. So you begin casting the magic circle. As you do, you see Dawl walk up to you and stand over you and sort of look around and do a couple more tracings in the air. And his eye pops over for a second. She's not far away. Hurry up.
Free's gonna find a place to hide, but still in view of the circle.
Yeah,
Like,
I haven't
she can see it.
hide, quick.
Same.
You mo goi goi fagi zao, you mo goi goi fagi zao.
God damn it! But anyway, I'm gathering leaves, and whenever I think I got enough after he gets done casting the circle, I'm going to put him down to cover it up.
I will point out here, you guys, you are not alone. There is still wildlife out here, and because it is the Gate Hunting Festival, there are alligators currently out and about.
Yep.
So you are never too far away from an alligator itself.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
So let me drag you guys over.
How like close together are trees and never mind.
So you guys can pick a place of land around here that you like. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, as long as it is the range of the
that works too, yeah.
circle.
I was going to say the one up top.
I will say Duel is
Probably the larger land area, maybe for us?
Well, it has to be 10 feet, so I don't know. Equa is.
I'd say higher or lower, either one of the two.
This one's bigger. I think we should do this one down here.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay, so you're taking it down there.
Yeah.
Cool. And everyone else who is not going to be a part of this and who wants to hide, pick a place to hide.
Okay. I'm gonna be helping try and obscure it. But after about 5 minutes, I don't know if I want to do that. No, I'll wait and see. After like 5 minutes of helping, I'll hide it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm basically going to help obscure it, and then whenever it's fully obscured, I was going to go hide.
So, Rokanoka,
Mm-hmm.
you can draw on the map where you want the circle to be, and I would also like you to make a stealth check with advantage from Thyra and Alakian on disguising the circle itself.
Mine's
Radius. Which one's a radius?
Radius is
13.
Radius is the half, yeah.
Okay, just making
Yep.
sure.
Yeah.
Let me check if that's good. So it's a little bit bigger than that, but it's going to be hard to get the exact.
Yeah, that's all fine, as it is.
We've got the general idea, so.
I'll be inside of it.
Asmin is going to sit with Duel, and I'll say that over here.
Sorry, I'm just going to make one more. Slightly bigger.
Can't let the rogue make the stealth check. Feels bad.
Rokanoka's circle, man. You know?
I know. I was kidding.
What is going on here?
Mm-hmm.
So, Izzy, what are you doing in this time?
Pacing. Being stressed out. She doesn't really fucking know how to help right now because he's casting a circle, and then Isabel's just waiting for.
Now it's too big. Just barely.
Leave it. It's fine. It's fine.
That's all good, Grace. Don't worry. You're okay.
No, it's fine. Like, it's literally, if you go around it, it's 10 feet where it goes to, like, snap to center from where you are.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It's
If a gator gets too close, I'm gonna growl at it.
So, grab some paper here. Because I know what we're about to do.
So, I've cast it, and now did you want me to roll to check to hide it? Who was rolling
yes,
that
you are rolling a stealth check with advantage because Thyra and I are helping you obscure it.
Coolio.
If it is your
Stealth check. 19.
Ooh.
Okay, good to know.
Not bad.
Finish casting. Everyone, you can take your positions.
I'm gonna hide
Okay.
underwater under this lily pad.
Great.
Can't you hold your breath for like 10 minutes or something like that?
What?
That's adorable.
Can't you hold your breath for like 10 minutes or something?
Yeah, I can hold my breath insanely long.
Yeah.
So,
Is there any place to hide like where I'm at right now, Equa, or is it just like
15
nothing?
minutes.
you could push yourself down on a bank. You could try and hide yourself behind a tree or in a bush or something.
But is there anything specifically like where I'm at right now?
Not where you're at right now, unless you want to go behind the tree that Thyra is currently sitting on.
How deep's the water?
Depends on how far in you go. At that point, it's a slope, so it goes down to about 5 to 8 feet, and then beyond that, 10, 15, 20, etc.
Could I try to climb the tree?
Make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Or athletics, because you're trying to hold yourself up there.
Is there not like a branch to sit on or anything?
High up, this is one of the taller trees.
Okay, that's fine. Athletics, that is a 13.
Okay. The bark itself is fairly slick with the recent rainwater that happened yesterday and is still kind of like easing up now. And also, you've been in the water, so you're kind of slick. You're struggling to get up it, but you can get maybe 10 or so feet up if you like.
Okay.
Just hold yourself there.
That's fine.
So, if everyone is in their positions, I would like everyone...
Griz, I have a question for you. In Magic Circle, does anything happen to her if she takes damage?
That's a good question. I'll post in the chat as well, so if anybody else wants to read it. I'm doing the... I'm choosing Fae, obviously, and I'm doing the... You can elect to have her reverse the direction, so like when she walks in, she can't leave thing. That's at the bottom. Let's see.
Good to know. So your powdered silver or holy water and
Yeah.
iron worth at least 100 gold is now gone.
Mm-hmm. The creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against targets within the cylinder.
It doesn't say anything about attacking. No.
Okay,
It just
okay.
says-
I just wanted to make sure that if it gets attacked, that it's not going to break the circle or anything. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. No, it does. It says nothing about that at all.
Nope.
Thank you. That print was kind of hard to read with no glass.
I would like for everyone to roll stealth checks, except for Rokanoka, who can roll with advantage, because that's fucking sweet.
And me, because I'm not hiding.
And you don't have to roll.
Equa, she's never gonna find me.
I trust that she won't.
29.
I rolled another 19.
Alakin just blends into the tree.
I might as well leave these die out at this point. It was a gag, but at this point, we're about to do combat. I'm taking these all out.
Okay, you've heard
11.
guys.
Thyra, 11, okay. Thyra, what'd you get?
I rolled a natural one.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Fuck.
So, Izzy, you sit here. What are you doing to call the gator towards you?
After I see everyone sort of hide, Isabel will stand up, will sort of throw her arms out in the "come at me, bro" sort of stance, and shout, says, "All right, hag, you said you could find my dad. Said come out here and tell me where it is, and I'll give you whatever the fuck it is you want."
Okay. You say that, and you begin waiting.
Son of a bitch.
Come on out here.
And then about
Come
5 minutes
on.
passes. And you see the alligators that are here in the swamp start to move.
Towards us or away from us?
They almost start to fan out into two separate groups. As you see coming towards you, the present form of your large white alligator nemesis. And as she puts the head up through the water, you can see that the form that she carries, which is normally, it looks wounded enough, now is a little bit more so than average. And as she comes out of the water, you see like the lily pads and the nearby plants start to fade off to the side of her as the water ripples outwards, and you see a number of birds just sit down on top of the snout as she starts swimming up to you.
Come on, make a deal. And I'm going to back up a little bit. Come here. I have something you want. I know it.
As she begins to approach you, you hear one of the birds on top of her start chirping, and she stops. And the head starts to turn towards Free's direction.
Oh.
We're going to go and take a break, and then when we come back, I would like everyone to roll initiative. So, we'll try and make it a shorter one, because this combat does take a little bit of time.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back here in 10 or so minutes. If you guys get food, you just bring it on, it's fine. And we'll be back here soon to start this combat once more. So, we'll be right back. See you guys soon. Fair enough. So, as Izzy, you sit there and watch the gator approach you and then turn to Free. You sense like a moment of stillness.
Can I throw it? I'll just blast during this moment of stillness.
No.
It's gotta get in the thing.
You sense a moment of stillness as it turns to Free, and Free, you watch it just look at you, and this is a familiar feeling for you because you've been stared at by this thing a number of times. And it starts to move very suddenly towards your location. I would like everybody to go ahead and roll me some initiative.
Ooh, that's a pretty decent initiative.
Yeah, it's really good.
Hell. Yeah, Jesus. I'm pretty proud of that, actually.
I'm pretty good.
I gotta roll 3 sets of initiative. So that'll be yours. Ooh, bad. Not good. And then... Okay.
Honestly.
And then I'm gonna swap the die over for her. Okay.
Let's fuck this gator up.
Fuck it up.
Okay, so 25 to 20.
23.
20.
Hey, look at you go.
Bitchin'.
Yeah.
20 for Isobel. 20 to 15.
19.
No one else?
Nope.
15 to 10.
Fuck.
Okay. 10 to 5.
9.
Rokanoka, what'd you get?
Rolled a nat 1 for a 3.
What's your dex?
Well, let's say my dex is a +2. 15 is the score.
You go before duel.
Cool. Duel.
Jesus.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
So, top of the round, Alakian, as you are clinging to the back of this tree, you are watching all this unfurl. As you see the gator rise up out of the water and turn to Free and start dashing towards her, you see the birds start to flit off of the snout. You got the drop on her. What would you like to do?
Fucking. I'm gonna send a sacred flame at her because I think I'm within range. Because it's 60 feet, maybe, right?
So,
Just barely.
just about. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna send a sacred flame.
So go ahead and roll for attack.
Or no, it's a dex save on her part of 13.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about guiding bolt, aren't I? Yeah,
Yeah.
she rolled a natural 13. So
Fuck! This is not negative for being gator form?
For her dex.
God damn it. Alright. Alright. I guess I will drop down from the tree. And is that part of my movement to drop or not?
I'll say it's 5 feet of your movement as you just let go.
Okay. And then is it tough terrain through water then, I guess, as well?
Yes, it is.
Okay. So I'm going to go here. So that'd be like 5 feet through the water. So it'd be 10 feet. So I've got... Fuck. Math. 15 feet. So I've still got another 15 feet. So I'm going to go here. And... Is this bush big enough for me to hide behind?
If you were to lie down and go prone, probably.
Fuck it,
About
sure.
3 feet high. Okay,
Sure.
so you go prone, make your stealth check for me.
22!
Fair enough. Yeah, as you are crouching down on the side of this tree, you almost like kick off it and like proper like baseball style throw, you conjure the sacred flame in your hand and just chuck it as you splash down in the water. It goes wide and you immediately run and just pitch a slide off to the bush and try and hide.
All right.
Izzy, you're up.
Yep.
Fire, you're on deck.
Okay, Isabel. Let's see. Am I in direct line of? I'm gonna move a little bit over to the side so I can get a proper throw and do 2 Eldritch blasts. Because fuck this thing.
Go for it.
It's my bonus to my sorry, Peter's being weird there for a second. Spell. It's +8.
God. Well, that's a 12.
12? Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 though.
So go on the second.
So I want a lot better for a unnatural 20.
That hits.
Yep. Pull up D10. 7 points of damage.
Awesome. Maths is weird. Okay. Yeah, as you conjure the 2 balls, you like chuck them around, almost curveballing them around the side of the tree, and you watch as one just down into the water, but the other one actually makes contact on the side of like the top of the neck, and sort of digs into one of the open wounds that she already has before, and the spikes erupt. Doesn't seem incredibly phased by the attack, but
Alright,
done some
damage.
Anything else you want to do on your turn, Izzy?
That is going to be it. I don't have a whole lot else I can do. You know what? Fuck it, I will. I am going to cast as a bonus action. I believe. Can I do that? Let's see.
You cast a non-damaging spell, I think.
I can cast any spell. I would cast a cantrip and a spell, but I cannot cast a spell I want as an action, so I won't do it.
Okay. Fair enough. So, that wraps up Izzy's turn. Thyra.
If I do a 20-foot cube, can I get the ghost gator and the other, like the one gator down there?
With a 20-foot cube.
I don't know how big a 20-foot cube is.
No. So a 20-foot cube would be like that.
All right, can I get some of the ghost gator and so?
If you wanted to move it right there.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to something I don't usually do. I'm going. I'm just gonna go yell out Tene Jiang, and I'm going to cast Fairy Fire on the Ghost Gator and then the Alligator there.
Okay. What is the save on that?
It is a dex save.
It's a dex save. So the Great Ghost Gator gets a 17,
Okay.
and the Crocodile does not, or the Alligator.
Well, the save was a 15.
Okay, so there's the GGG is fine. But you do get the other one, the smaller one down here.
So
And that just illuminates it?
he is glowing like a yellowish purple color, and any attack rolls against him have advantage.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, as you like pull out your hand and say the words and focus yourself and feel the energy go out, you open your eyes and these little specks of almost like fey energy just appear in the space above it and just seem magnetically attracted to it.
And I can see it kind of eyeing Free, right?
Yeah, you got a high passive.
Okay, I am going to bonus action. I'm going to kind of look at the alligator that I just cast Fairy Fire on, and I'm going to wild shape into an alligator and take my movement.
Okay. Let me drag you over a token. Because I didn't do that, but I have one here. Ha 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 ha. Okay. So. Bloop. And then let's let you edit that. So you're not raging, so remember that for damage.
Yep.
And I'm giving that access to you. So you can now move it however far you would like to move it. You'd be one down, but that's fine.
I'm going to move my whole 30 feet toward Free's general direction.
Awesome sauce. So you can go ahead and do that. Anything else that you want to do on your turn, Thara?
Nope. That's my action, my bonus action, and my movement.
Great. It is now Asmin's turn.
Asmin.
Asmin is going to move around behind you, Izzy, and you watch as she holds out her hand in a familiar yellowish arcane circle, just and from it, she's going to send 3 magic missiles towards the gator. So
Who was that?
Asmin.
Get her, wizard, get her!
Great, yeah. As the 3 bolts just seem to like curve around the tree and impact on several different spots along the back of the spine and one just on the underside of the jugular, you watch as the gator like comes out and then just comes straight back down, and as she does, there's a splash of water and it sprays you, Thyra, completely. But she got hurt a little bit, and then Aspen's going to run straight back behind this tree. That's her go. It's now the gator's turn.
If you die, Wade will never forgive us, so, don't do that. Please.
The gator is going to use its movement to go right here. In front of you, Free. And it's going to attempt to attack you, Thyra, with the tail.
Okay.
Which is a 15 to hit.
That'll hit.
So you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage and make a strength saving throw for... it's a crocodile. Don't worry about it. I don't think an alligator can be not prone, technically, so it's fine. And then on you, Free, it's going to make its bite attack. For a 15 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Counts at 1.
Okay. Not too bad. You take 20 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. Fuck.
Okay.
You are now grappled by it. But since you are not on water, you do not get pulled underneath. So you are still above ground.
Can I use my reaction to cast Hellish Rebuke?
You absolutely can.
Alright, you need to make a dex save.
A dex save, that's a natural 4, so that does not succeed.
Alright. 4, 10, 15 fire damage, and Free is now wreathed in flames within the gator's mouth.
Awesome. Yeah, as you see Thyra, as an alligator, start swimming up to block you and intercept the path, you see the form of the much larger alligator just swim right past and slap it straight across the outside of the head with the tail, and then start walking up to you and bite down into you. And as you do, you close your eyes and wince in pain, and as you open them, the fire is just circling you. And you feel it start to shift backwards, but it's not letting go of you. Awesome.
Alright.
That's her turn. And now the rest of the alligators are going to take their turn. So, they can swim 30 feet. So this one is going to come up right here. That's its whole movement. It can't get quite to you. This one is going to come down here and start backing her up. This one with the fairy fire cannot quite get to Thyra, so it's going to go right there. And this one is going to stand right next to Door. A question, Thyra. Your fairy fire is not a lasting effect, is it? So that cube is gone.
Yeah, the cube is gone, but that gator's still.
Yeah, the effect is still there.
I figured as much. Great. So that's her turn. Free. You're up.
Alright.
Do a barrel roll!
Ooh, jeez.
Run to the circle. Not yet, though.
Okay. She is never going to break free with strength. She has a negative. So she is going to cast Fear in a 30-foot cone towards the gator and any other gator she can hit.
Awesome. What save is that? It's charisma?
That is a wisdom save.
A wisdom save. Okay. Great. So, I'm so sorry. The gator rolls a 19. The top alligator rolls a natural 2.
Okay.
The bottom one rolls a natural 19. So
that one has to drop whatever it's holding and run away for its action.
Yes, it does. Which it just took its turn, so it's going to do that on its next turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you complete the incantation and set it loose, you feel in your connection to the hag, the familiar woman, start to form a physical appearance in her mind as she hesitates for a moment and then starts shaking you like a dog to clear her head. You don't feel it take effect. With the other two, you feel their fear being what is exactly in front of you. The familiar, rippled, gigantic white alligator, as you feel the one just behind the GGG is about to start turning and running. Anything else you want to do with your turn?
Look back to... I don't know where he is technically because I was hiding too. No, that's it for now.
I was
Awesome.
really hoping the gators fear would be Wade.
It is not, unfortunately.
I know. You
Rokunoka,
see ghostly Wades be like, I'm gonna get
My
you.
turn. Okay.
you are up.
Yeah, I'm going to cast. I have to be very careful with which spells I use when. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon. Get that up right away. I just cast it in chat by accident. Oops.
We got a natural 20 on it.
Can I keep that? I don't have to. It's fine.
Roll your physical
All
die
right,
for
all right.
me.
Hold on. So I'm gonna summon it right back here. Since we don't have a token, I'm just gonna draw it.
Absolutely. Yep.
You see this big like staff, spectral staff with like a skull on the top and feathers dangling down from under the skull, and it comes in to swing at the Ghost Gator for a 12.
A 12?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the aggressive visage of your spiritual weapon shows up and just apparates out of thin air. And as it does, you see it stay there for a moment before gravity starts to take it. And then some other force starts pushing it down with greater impact. As it clangs off of the back scales of the gator, it does not seem to damage it.
Okay. And then, let's see. I'm gonna swim. I'm gonna kind of dive underneath the water and swim this way a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Just right there for now. That's it.
Awesome sauce. The turn is now Councilman Duels. Alakian, you are up next on deck. So, Councilman Duel, seeing that there is an alligator that is fast approaching him, is also going to let off 3 magic missiles in this direction. Excuse me. Let's see, what am I doing? Uh, 12. Yeah. As he conjures his arcane circle, it's a slightly different color than Asmin's and Wade's, which were more of a bright yellow. His is more of a darker, murky yellow-green. And as he does so and conjures it, you watch as these 3 bolts don't even twirl around and spin. They just go all across the alligator's back and just shred it apart. It's dead.
That works.
Cool. We win? Awesome. Let's go home.
We win?
Easy clap.
Yeah, that's going to be his turn. Alakian, you're up.
Cool. First part of my turn. Gonna cast Command. And tell the Great Ghost Gator to approach.
Okay, what save is that?
Wisdom save of 13.
She got a 4.
Ha ha. All right. So I have a question.
Yep.
It doesn't say in the actual spell, but if the target takes damage, does the spell dissipate then or not? Because it doesn't say anything about that.
Let me pull it up here real quick and I'll see.
It just says the next turn the creature follows that command.
Oh, I'm so dumb.
It doesn't say, so I would say probably not, no.
Okay. Then I am going to stand up. You saw my movement, stand up.
Yep.
Bonus action dash, but as I'm dashing, like as I start to dash, I want to cast Bolts from the Grave at her.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your attack.
.26 to hit.
I would say that hits.
And that is 12 damage.
12 damage. Nice, bro. Yeah, as you lace your spell with the word and you feel it send off towards the gator, you see it turn, still with Free dangling in its mouth. And then you're like, oh shit, okay. Start running and just... And Thyra, you see ahead of you the necrotic energy just slices it straight across the upper eye. Free is still there, and Free, you feel like the coldness coming from it as it whizzes past your head.
I'm gonna take one. I'm gonna take one farther step backwards. I thought I used all my movement, but I hadn't yet. So,
fair enough.
Good turn.
Izzy, you're up. Thyra, you're on deck.
Cool. I want to get rid of these fucking alligators. So I'm going to attack that one.
Sure, so go ahead and attack that with...
That's 21.
What are you hitting it with?
Eldritch Blast, I should say.
Okay, so 21 hits.
Yeah, 21.
And then 20.
20 hits.
Not natural.
So for the first one, that is 9,
And the second one, that's 6. I just realized it's the same target, so I don't have to really...
9
Here.
and 6. And this is the one with the fairies on it?
Yeah, so I got advantage, actually, so I'm going to roll again, see if I crit.
not.
Don't.
Oh,
I don't know.
I should have had advantage on the ghost gator. Shit. Oh well.
Nope. No, it wasn't affected by Fairy Fire.
Oh, it wasn't?
6?
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it
so-
wasn't.
You conjured the 2 spiky balls and you watch as one of them actually impacts in the side of the mouth and hits the cheek. And you watch as the cheek sort of swells a little bit and then just perforates out the side. It is still standing, but weak.
Cool.
I tried, but I failed to get the Ghost Gator in that fairy fire.
I'm going to flip it off. And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Move up here and try to get its attention. Be like, all right, you big
Okay.
skelly bastard, come to me. I'm the one who hit you.
Thyra, you are up.
Alright, I'm going to take a bite out of the Ghost Gator.
Sure,
I think that's
go
what
for
I... Yeah, I can bite. It's not gonna hit. It's only a 14.
14, yeah, does not hit. As you try and bite into it, your teeth again meet the scaling like plates of the hide and just break off of it.
I'm gonna stay where I am. I am debating if I want. To hell with it. I'm gonna bonus action rage.
Okay. You are now an angry alligator.
I am now angry. I did not like that I missed.
Awesome. So, it is now Asmin's turn. Okay, Asmin's also going to move up around here. Popping out of cover once more. And she is... Yeah. You watch as she, I like you see this. You watch as she focuses for a second and starts drawing some symbols in the ground. And as she finishes and stands upright, you see faint runes begin to glow and circle around her, and she starts drifting upwards. She's now
Oh, hey.
levitating. We'll say 20 feet in the air.
She cast fly. Everybody can fucking fly.
I can't fly.
I can fly.
I mean,
I mean,
all you need is a
Thyra-
little pixie dust.
Thyra technically could fly if she turned into a bird.
Well, she
I
can't do that
cannot
yet.
turn into a bird.
Okay. So,
But she
that's
could.
Asmin's
eventually.
turn. It is now GGG's turn. So. Speak one more command to a creature you can see within range. It doesn't say that it wastes its action doing anything after your command. It just has to move towards you.
It doesn't say that, no, but it'd be cool if it did. Considering all the other ones, like, make it waste its action to do it. That's kind of what I was thinking. Because, like, everything else that it shows there shows that it has to use its action to, like, do that thing. Or it wastes it or whatever. That's kind of why I did what I did, because I was hoping that's how that would work. Even though it doesn't
Cool if I had
specifically say that.
It would
There
be
are
cool if I had power
specific-
word kill, buddy.
There are specific words that you can say that make the target end their turn immediately. You did not choose one of these. You chose approach. If you'd have said stop, or halt, or grovel, or any number of these, I would give it to you, but I think for this one, it can't use its bite attack anyway because it's holding free. So it'll only get one attack, so it's
But it still has to come towards me, though.
It does still have to come towards you. If only it could fit through Thyra. So, it is going to use its tail attack to whip at Thyra. To try and make way for it to move straight towards Alekian. So, Thyra, 18 to hit.
Yeah, it'll hit.
So, you take 17 points of bludgeoning damage. Are you still an alligator?
Hold on, I gotta figure out how much damage that is. Because it's reduced.
It's reduced.
So that's what, 8,
9?
9?
9.
I'm still a alligator.
Still an alligator. So, in this case, it cannot move past you, so it's going to use its full movement, which is 60 feet, to go around the side of the tree with free. It's going to go 30 feet there, and 30 feet right there. You would get an attack opportunity, Thyra, if you chose to.
Yeah.
So fucking close, dude.
It's not gonna hit, it's 15.
15 just barely misses. As it leaves your range, you try and snap at it once more, and it's just too quick. It just goes straight out. That's going to be the end of its turn, because it can't do anything else. And it's now the alligator's turns. So...
Well, actually, okay, Equa, I have a question. Because I just thought of this. It says that it ends its turn if it comes within 5 feet of me. So I feel like, wouldn't that mean like they did that first and then took an action?
It would not. It was trying to get past Thyra to get to you. That's why it attacked Thyra.
Okay.
But it can't.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Awesome. So that's its turn, and your command no longer has effect on it. For the alligators. Oh, Rokonoka, does your spiritual weapon get an attack opportunity?
No, I don't think so.
I want to be fair here.
No.
But that's fair enough. Great, so this alligator is 20 feet on land. So 5, 10, 15 off land, doesn't matter anyway. It's going to attack you, Thyra.
Okay.
Because it just saw Hag do that. That's a definite hit. 19.
19's gonna hit.
So you take 4 points of piercing damage, and you are now grappled and restrained. As is the mention of a crocodile. So 4 points of piercing damage reduced to 2. Are you still an alligator?
I am still an alligator.
This one's going to run up and do the same thing.
That one has to be running away this turn.
You're right. Never mind. My mistake. So it was, I think, there.
Yeah, it was there.
Yep. It has to dash away from me.
It's going to move its 30 feet. It has to dash, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty sure it says dash.
It has to...
It has to
must
spend
take the dash action and move away from you by the safest available route on its turns unless there's nowhere to move. When it loses sight of me, it can make a wisdom save.
You are... It's technically already lost sight of you, but because it's cool, I'm going to leave it to you anyway. It's going to move up 30 feet, and then it definitely can't see you anymore, and it'll make its wisdom save. Natural 7, doesn't make it, so it's going to continue dashing upwards.
It's off the map.
Nice.
Another... Not quite.
Treasure.
It's right
Close.
there, because it's on land now. And then there's one more thing which is going to attack you, Izzy, because you taunted it.
That's fair.
18 to hit.
Oh, that hits. Yeah.
And then that's 12 points of damage, of piercing damage.
Thanks.
Roll max, and you are now grappled and restrained.
That's fine.
So I'm going to give you guys markers. Okay, Free, you are now up. Rokonoka, you're on deck.
Okay. Shatter between these two.
Okay, so
Con save.
does that include you?
I tried to cast
Make
it
it out.
and eat. Let's see. It would, wouldn't it? Would still almost hit me. Okay, then just behind the gator. The ghost gator.
The GGG.
Sure thing.
Try and push her into the circle. At least make her want to go forward instead of back.
For a con save.
Yes.
Does not succeed.
Alright.
That's how you do.
That sucked. 6 damage.
6 damage. Awesome.
6
And
thunder
just
damage.
She doesn't move people, right? No, it's just a straight up attack.
No.
Mm-mm.
Awesome, yeah. So
Circle.
as you feel this thing like biting into you, it's not attacking you because you weren't in its path, but you feel the teeth pressing into your abdomen, and as you try and pull back, it's not quite getting there, so you just give up and start crushing apart that arcane cube that you so gently do. And you feel the whole body of the gator just but it is still standing strong enough.
Okay. Bonus action. I will look back towards Asmin and oh fuck, I forgot what I was gonna say. I don't know, I'm giving her inspiration. I'm too frazzled to think of something.
Fair enough. Asmin has
Do better. Do good. I mean, fuck. Just you screaming, save me.
So,
That'll do it.
Rokonoka, it's now your
Time
go.
to show up Kevin Wade in the best gator hunt.
Hey, I like it.
Hey. Okay. I'll move my spiritual weapon to just behind this gator, and smack it. Hopefully.
Awesome. So, roll for your attack.
Can I ask? I might have missed it. What does your spiritual weapon look like?
It's like a big staff with like a skull on the top and feathers dangling.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, it comes in as smacks for a 21.
21's a hit. Hits.
Okay. Spiritual.
8.
That's what I think. Yeah.
D8 plus your spellcasting modifier.
Cool. All right. So 10 total damage.
10 damage. Nice. Yeah, as your spiritual weapon just cracks it on the back, you feel it hiss and writhe as it's still grappling Thyra, but is now like its eyes are darting back and forth.
Now I pull my shield off of my back, the big turtle shell shield, and then I'm gonna come in with a scimitar hit.
Ooh,
Go for it.
Ooh, it's a
I
fancy.
like it.
A fancy little lizard folk.
That is a 16.
16 hits.
Nice. 6. That is 3 damage.
3 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you go try and plunge the scimitar into the back of its head, it just moves out of the way just in time, and you actually lacerate some of the tendon between the jaws, and you feel the blood spurt out onto you and into the water. But it is
Cool.
still standing.
That's it.
Awesome. It's Duel's turn.
Ooh, right, she goes before me. Or after me. Before, after.
Duel is going to come out from behind the tree, and you watch as he starts muttering a few words, and his eyes go black for a second, and as he opens them, he points at the gator, and he's going to cast Blindness Deafness.
Oh shit!
The ghost gator or which gator?
The ghost gator, yeah.
Okay.
No, it does not succeed. She succeeded on her con save.
Damn it!
As she once again blinks, and her eyes swirl black for a second, but recede, and she's now looking back towards him as he just smirks and runs back behind the tree.
If we get the councilman of Gazeri killed, we can never go there.
Awesome. Alakian, you're up.
Then I can't go see my dad.
It's not your
Action!
dad. My dad's your dad. We have the same dad.
Toll the dead on
Mazur.
That's a
Okay.
wisdom save?
Wisdom save of 13.
Mazora's daddy. Yes.
In her current form, that is a 12.
Yes! Alright, I gotta find my other D8.
Yes.
Damn it.
Mazora's OG Zorak.
Max damage for 16.
16 damage. Awesome.
16 necrotic damage.
Ooh, yeah, big hit. Yeah, as you put forth your hand and just, you hear a bell ringing somewhere, and you see the gator just shake its head. Free actually goes underwater for a second, as she does, and then it comes back up, and you feel.
Alright.
I hate the swamp.
She feels disgusting.
We all do.
I think she's more concerned about the teeth in her abdomen.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm gonna run up to the
Also, we're getting
tree.
bones.
Bonus action hide, not that it matters, because bolts from the grave.
Okay, so go ahead and roll an attack.
That is 24 to hit.
24 hits.
$15 points of damage.
15 points damage. Nice, dude. Yeah, as you shoot out these necrotic bolts, one actually lands in the eye, and whereas that black from before swirled and receded from Councilman Duel, this one actually hits, and you feel slight as the eye bulges for a second, and then the bloodstream is taken in with black energy. The gator is looking rough. So, Izzy, you're up.
Yes. Cool. I am currently grappled in the teeth of this gator, right?
Yes, you are.
Cool. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, because I'm casting a spell.
For who?
It is a 5-foot range. It's
Just
from myself outwards.
Okay, so just for that one.
Yeah, just
That's an 11.
11. So that fails. So, Isabel kind of tries to open his jaws. Is like, wait, I can do a different thing. And across her skin, her veins bulge like black, and tendrils just shoot out. And she casts Sword Burst and takes damage.
Okay.
That's 11 damage.
11 damage. How is it taking 11 damage?
It's force damage.
Yeah, but it's 1d6 force damage.
It's
good
2d6
modifier.
at 5th level.
For Sword Burst, a cantrip?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cantrips usually get better
Cantrips
with
go up at
levels.
5th, 11th, 17th.
I don't remember what level it was for Warlocks. That's fine. That's totally fine.
Yes.
So you said it was 11
Yeah.
damage?
11 damage altogether, yeah.
Yeah. As you sort of crawl a little bit into its mouth and almost like hedgehog style, just curl up into yourself and You feel the swords lacerate different parts of the alligator's mouth, and as they recede, it's not moving.
Yeah.
You're just still in its mouth.
I'm gonna crawl out of its mouth. Use my movement to crawl out of its mouth.
I'm gonna
stand
detract
up
5 feet from that for you.
That's fine. I'm up. I'm like, look at the gator. I'll be like, all right. Hold my hand up. Bonus action. Cast the spell Semiotic Weapon as my hand turns into a sword.
Awesome. Yeah. You hold your hand up and just, and there is now a blade there where there wasn't before.
There is something there
Badass.
that wasn't there before.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to do on your turn, Izzy?
I am going to move. See, so 5. I want to move into the circle, trying to bait the gator. Be like, all right. You said make a deal. Let's make a fucking deal. It's my sword out. Get ready to stab it in the face.
It is now Asmin's turn. Okay, so she's levitating currently.
You skipped me.
Oh, I'm sorry, I did. My mistake. Yes, it's your go.
I'm gonna get out of this gator's mouth.
I absolutely.
That's gonna be a natural 16 plus I want to say 2 in this form, so that's an 18.
Yeah, you wriggle out of its mouth. You feel the teeth grating against your tail and back as you do, but it is no longer grappling you.
Is that my action?
Yes, it is.
Okay, then I'm gonna use my... Nah, not worth it. Yep, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get out of its mouth. And I'm gonna stay there and I'm gonna... I don't know, what sounds do crocodiles make when they're angry? I'm just gonna chomp at it.
It's really hard to do. It's like a back of your throat kind of sound.
Yeah, it's like a.
Yeah, you can't do it.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah.
All the gator imitations.
We're hosting our alligator auditions tomorrow, so send emails in. Their portfolio.
And that'll be my turn. Now Asmin can go.
Okay. Yes, I'm sorry. That was my mistake. Okay. Asmin is 15 feet in the air. She's going to move over a little bit and drift further upwards. And Free, you're like hanging upside down and you see Asmin just rise. And she closes her eyes and holds her hand out. And there's a moment of pause. And then all of a sudden you see this bright streak of fire just... From 20 feet behind you, she's going to cast Fireball at it.
Yes! Yes!
Nice.
Oh god!
Yes!
Fireball!
I'm
He must be related to Jeb.
I'm gonna yell at Asmin. It's like, if you and Wade wanted to think, I'd fucking kiss you.
It does not save.
Fuck yes!
I respect personal relationship boundaries.
So that's 8d6 fire damage.
Holy shit!
They're fighting the hag now.
Yeah, here comes the counter spells and shit.
Yeah, so here comes all the counter spells and bullshit.
That's fine.
But can she cast spells in this form?
Not this form, no. She's talking about whatever we get rid of this form.
So
And when the hag comes up.
29 points of fire damage.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Asmin,
I might
let's
kiss her
go.
Regardless. I might just be like, I'm gonna kiss you now. Flirty platonically, but you deserve it.
As the alligator form of the hag drops.
Oh, thank God.
Free, you are now dropped on the sort of like bank of the swamp water. You have this cold, stagnant liquid now like surrounding you up to your thigh and fin. And as you look up, you see the form of the alligator start to shift back. And there, standing before you, is the familiar visage of one old, shrivelly lady. And she's just gonna stand there and look down at you. You're fighting the fucking hag now. So,
Fuck! I messed up. Damn it. I forgot Toll the Dead deals D12 instead of a D8 for damage if they're already damaged. I'm stupid.
Next time.
Fuck.
You fool!
Oh well.
That's why we're not friends.
Rises up and stands up straight and sort of cracks her back and looks down at you, Free, and she says, "You ungrateful fucks. I saved your life. Be grateful." And that's where we're going to end the episode. So, next week we'll come back with her turn.
Oh!
And we'll finish up this combat. I hope you guys had fun.
Everyone, it was awesome.
I do not consent, Equa. We have to finish this now.
Yep. That's right.
We have to finish.
I will
You
fight
started
God
this.
if you want me to. We're doing this now.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to think about your strategy next time. I've got the turn order, so we'll be all good for that. This is going to be exciting, you guys. I'm really excited for this. Cool. So, we will return here next Monday to continue the story. Until then, thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for watching. Let's keep making stories together, and we'll see you next Monday. Toodaloo.
I was about to say toodaloo as well.